Hello guys, it's Ola here and we are back in Green Heaven. It's been a while, I must admit, but I kept my promise and I decided to do a lot of off-camera work. I've mostly focused on decorating the whole village, the whole neighborhood that we built so far. And regarding the decor, I've placed some random trees, some hideaway like pavement shortcuts, some dirt, some road decals like cobblestone or like car marks sort of. Of course, I added some small decor around the houses, some parking slots, etc. And you can see the final effect on the screen. These are some cinematic shots of my favorite parts of the neighborhood that I work on. I've also deleted some of the houses that I found not fitting that much. And I've also did a big change regarding the greenery, because when I worked on the decor up close, I've noticed that we have a lot of like pine trees, and they didn't really quite fit the biome, the goal that we are going for, like this Mexico, well, Mexico is too big of a word, but this rather dry, harsh climate. So I've left some of the trees, like the generic regular trees, but I've also exchanged some of the bushes with savanna tree and acai, how do you pronounce that? I've also placed some baobab trees. I think they are custom, they appeared in the Africa content park or whatever. And yeah, I really like the change, because now you can really see that it's a hot climate and it fits so much better, especially the savanna grass that is this muted shade of green. I like it very much. I also added some rocks, especially on the hills. I think that's all. You can see a speed up section, some speed up recordings of me working around the building. I've also added few of the convenient, like small shops every now and then. And of course this roofed parking slots. I think they came in like some vanilla update. Yeah, and I really like the final look. Of course, I still struggle a little bit with my graphic settings. I don't know, the glitching light. It's really annoying. I hope it's not as noticeable for you as it is for me. I've also placed like two or more like small park areas between the housing for the residents, and I really like the final look. I think now with the decor you can really see the vibe that I'm aiming for. And of course, because of my break that was due to, I don't know, just life, work and stuff, I decided to, not overthink it, build whenever I feel like I have inspiration coming to my mind and free time, and this is where I do my best work. And I can't really promise you that I'll be more regular. I wish I would, but life is life. So yeah, really excited for this project. Nevertheless, probably I will go for the shorter episodes from now on, so you will get at least a little bit of some content each week, and it will be easier for me to manage it time-wise. So yeah, let's get to work. It's time, I think, to work on the landfill area that I was thinking to build somewhere here. So I actually made a little bit of terrain work. Garbage management facility is one of the last necessary services that we need at this stage of the game. And I was thinking this spot is perfect to place a little landfill site, because it's a little bit further from the village, not too close, not too far away, and the area is you know, perfectly sized. So we will see how it goes. Here is a railway road coming over here, which I think is also nice. It's giving this, you know, rail yard vibes kinda. So we will see how it goes. Okay, so let's start with the building. Yeah, I've just randomly placed this road. I think we will have to exchange it with some like industrial style road, just because, yeah, I think it's way better. We'll add some decals later. Somewhere like here could be okay. I have invisible roads that I placed previously because I had idea in mind of how I would like to do it, but never mind. And yeah, I think somewhere here could be like an entrance to actual landfill, and then around here we could place random piles of trash, or like even like a little shanty building spread around the railway yard. Yeah, just simply something like that could work. Is it even? Okay. Okay, we have a custom landfill and we also have simple landfill. Let's see how the big one looks like. Oh my god, that fits perfectly. Let's see the smaller one. Okay, it's also good, I think. Maybe we could even place it a little bit further and add the invisible road to connect them. Oh no, okay. It will be difficult to level it with the terrain to make it blend nicely. Okay, maybe we could actually, oh no, not really. Okay, yeah, this does not actually look like the in-game. Maybe I will even delete that one. It doesn't actually look like the in-game landfill, but to be honest, it looks much better. Is it functional though? Landfill side, okay. Birdie garbage trucks in use. How does it compare with this one? Oh my god, no, I don't like this. I think it's a little bit smaller. Nice, cool. Probably lost some money on that action. We'll also need, okay, maybe we could find like a nice excavators or whatever it's called. Oh no, this is the big one. Like well, not necessarily what I had in mind, but oh yeah, for sure, because we have the high need for industry. I was thinking that maybe we could add this random ugly generic buildings, like industrial ones. Perfectly here, of course, I will move it around to make it match nicely. I'm not necessarily sure whether I should add some fencing around it. I think it's not necessary. Oh yeah, and we'll hide this weird ramp over here with that building. Great. Oh yeah, this is what I needed for this little area. Grass, yes, grass is perfect. I really like this savanna grass and its color, because it's really looking way better than before with all the lush greenery. Definitely not the vibe. Okay, and maybe if I already have the road over here, how about this? Oh yeah, I wanted to place it here and the other one here. And I will tell you in a while what I want to do with that. No, it looks a little bit off, so maybe we'll put this one over here. I don't want to go too crazy with detailing in this gameplay because we have a huge map to work on, but I still struggle with that, with my promise to myself that I won't go crazy. But, you know, it's so tempting to make it look, you know, better. Okay, some like random decals. Yeah, like ruined road. Yeah, howdy. Nice. Okay. Garbage. We browse through that. This is the actual piles I was looking for. Like this, we'll add grass, I think, around it to make it look even more abandoned and blending with the terrain. The big one. Then I want this one here. Okay. I'm not sure whether I should go with all these. Oh, maybe. Okay, it looks kind of fitting. Yeah, maybe just random stuff here, here. As you can see, I'm not overthinking it. Just from afar, it looks good. And this was okay. Industrial. No, I think it was garage. This is a great Shanty buildings collection. I'm sorry, but I don't remember the creator name, but if you like type the Shanty or whatever keyword in Steam, you should find it. And it's basically this collection of abandoned sort of buildings, and I think it really matches the vibe. What happens if I put it a little bit further? Oh, it still works. I was afraid it will scream no road access, which is super annoying. Okay, and of course we have more trash to decorate it. Oh, this is one that would look nice. Maybe we can leave it here. So now I'm not sure whether it's only decoration or it does something. This is the whole apartment, so maybe not. I'm looking for the smaller like houses to put around this area here. So this is the small one, this is the small one, this, Oh no, this one looks too nice. Oh yeah, this like, oh my god, it looks awful, but that's the goal. So let's just like move it around. Maybe we can examine with the colors, play around a bit so they will look different from each other. Sorry people, you have to deal with that. If I change the color, would it change the roof? Oh yeah, nice. It's gonna be black one. This is going to be like a... okay. Oh yeah, greenish. Cool. Yeah, okay, so how does it look from afar? Looks nice. I can tell already that these look off. So maybe... no. I will just delete that because they look too off. Okay, this is the savanna grass. I'm looking for something. Okay, now with all the grass, it really looks as if it was really abandoned. Here's the very end. Looking out on the tracks. Okay, I see some of the objects are of course levitating, but we'll have to cope with that. Oh my god, no! It looks off. Oh, you know what? Maybe I will raise the terrain. I think it will be easier than trying to move them around. Yeah. Creative solution. This one was also a little bit off. This is supposed to be like sunk in. I'm not sure if there's anything more I could add. Probably there is. Maybe you have any idea what I could add. I kinda dislike that this looks a little bit like further away. Maybe we could do something to kinda like blend it. No, this is like too pushed. Not sure. Or maybe actually, if I put like fencing around it. Okay guys, it's voiceover Ola here. So I decided to play a little bit more with this area. As you can see, I've added fencing and a gate, and I think it's really a cool addition that add a little bit of like realism regarding like sectioning of this landfill zone. As you can see, after I turn on the game, the garbage truck spawn, which I don't really mind that much, but it's definitely against this idea of it being like a very remote, almost abandoned zone. But I also work with decor around the fencing, added some like stop signs or whatever and car wrecks around. I've also made like a shortcut using invisible pavement, and it's really nice asset to have because whenever you want a little like side path for your pedestrians to use, it's very helpful because you don't have this like ugly asphalt. Of course, I've played for a second with traffic manager. Also, I've added few extra of this shanty housings, and I've also worked a little bit around this building that is supposed to like blend the landfill zone with the shanty housing. So yeah, that's all guys, this is the final result. If you enjoy the vibe of Green Heaven, please consider subscribing so you can stay up to date with the episode. I must admit that regularity is a struggle, constant struggle. So all the likes and comments really keep me motivated, really keep me going, and I'll be happy to engage in discussion and also listen to your ideas regarding the landfill or whatever else you might have to say. So thank you so much for watching, and see you or hear you or whatever next time. Bye.